Hello DIY friend and welcome to my channel. Thank you for viewing my video. To start off this DIY, you want to find a acrylic or plastic bowl. I found this at Dollar Tree. I love the way it looks. Also, you will need a drill and a drill bit. This first drill bit is for the actual bowl itself, as I want to put a hole in the bowl. This is where the light will poke through. So making sure you use the right drill bit size, I just align the actual piece with the drill bit to see if it will be equal in size, and I just winged it honestly, and it actually worked out. And you want to go slow when you are drilling so that you will not shatter the bowl. Now, a tip that I should have done, that if you're going to do this, you should do, is get a piece of tape to put over the area when you are drilling so that it can alleviate a lot of cracking. I actually cracked the base of this bowl, and that could have helped. Okay, now it is time to change out your drill bit to a smaller drill bit. I needed to have a hole in the middle of this piece of cork, what used to be a cork top to a bottle, because I will be pushing something through, and I need to make sure that it is no obstructions in the middle of the hole. So I'm making sure to move the cork all around the drill bit while it's on so I can make this hole perfect. I had this Dollar Tree lubricant can in the house, and all I needed was the top. And once again, we're going to take that same drill bit from the cork and drill a hole in the center. Now I am taking my Gorilla Glue and I am going to be covering the cracks I put in the base of the bowl. I already smushed everything back so it can be of equal level. And then I'm going to take my heating gun that you see, and I'm going to push the glue all around and dry it out so I can proceed. Now I recommend getting some primer and some white spray paint, and you're going to first apply the top to the base of the bowl. I'm using a skewer so that it can align correctly before gluing, so that when I do start to assemble everything, there will be no issues or no problems. I am applying the Gorilla Glue at the base of the actual top, also a little bit inside of the top, so that it can all flow down onto the actual bowl itself. I really want this to not fall apart, so I am going to apply another bead of glue around the outside of the top, and this would be enough. It has to sit to dry for 24 hours. You do not need to put hot glue on it. I should not have done so, but I did because I wanted to make it, more sturdy. But the hot glue actually make you have to do an extra step. Now we're going to be using some wire hanger that you use to hang up pictures, and this is what we're going to be pushing through the two holes that we made, first inside of the bowl and second inside of that top. You want to straighten out the actual wire as best as possible and feed it through the top part so it can come out the inside of the actual bowl. Now this is a 3-setting Dollar Tree light that is going to be the actual light for my pendant. So I am using the wire to feed it through the hook that the light has, and I'm just simply wrapping the wire around itself to secure the light onto the wire. Okay, remember when I mentioned you don't have to use the hot glue? Well, this is why, because once you apply the hot glue and it dries, it gets real bumpy and it looks unpleasing to the eye on top of the lamp. So to cover that up, I am using some Dollar Tree twine and hot glue and wrapping the actual top to cover it only halfway. I don't want the entire top in the twine, but you can do so if you choose. Now I am using a duster to remove all the little frays from the actual twine, and I'm using my scissors to cut all the frays off of the actual rope itself. So now I have the light inside of the lamp how it needs to go, but it's really wobbly. So I decided to get some hot glue to put it on the base of the actual light itself to push it up. I decided to put a knot in the wire at the very base where the actual wire starts to go inside of the top. This is totally optional, but this is something I decided to do. In order to find the perfect length of the wire I needed, I just hung it from the ceiling where it was going to be at and just cut it off that way. Now I put the wire through the cork, and I'm going to be affixing the wire to the cork using some hot glue. And I'm also going to be putting some Gorilla Glue as well. Properly attaching this pendant to the ceiling was an issue at first, but then I realized I can use one of my children's water discs that they do not play with anymore, spray paint the side that you will see, and then use some hot glue and some Gorilla Glue to attach the actual cork side to it. So this will dry overnight for 24 hours. I'm going to be using these acrylic pieces that will hold mirrors or pictures to the wall, and I put an actual X where I want my pendant to go with an actual pencil. So I'm putting it over just to see and make sure it is leveled enough, and I'm going to be using my drill to actually drill it into the ceiling. Now my ceiling does not have a stud there, and this is why I wanted to make sure this cannot be really heavy so it does not fall through. I have ductwork above where I am putting this, so I use the shortest screws possible that can just attach to the actual drywall itself and not go through my actual ductwork. After I screw this in, this pendant light is done, and this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please give me a subscribe or a like or a comment. Your views again are very appreciated. Have a wonderful day.